is the second time you went to LA to record?
Yeah. Yes.
Why do you do that?
Howard Benson's there.
Yes.
And we love to work with him. It was an awesome time the first time, so immediately, as soon as we were done, me and Björn said, like, we want to go back. So
yeah.
We had, yeah, his whole team is fantastic. And they are, you know, they make the whole thing really smooth, and they're quick, and it doesn't take us super long from an idea to tape, so to speak. Yeah.
What does he bring to the table when it comes to ideas?
Yeah, for me, when I work with him, I mean, he's a good. We bounce ideas of him, of course, and he makes it more efficient. He comes in and say, okay, this is unnecessary. You don't have to play this riff maybe a minute. It doesn't get much better. You know, it doesn't help. Or he's you know, think about this, think about that. But what he most brings to the table, obviously experience, but he makes us better when it's time to record. They makes us be on top of our game.
Right.
Mike Plotnikoff, he's the guy who's recording the bass, the guitar, and the drums, and he's the same, very calm, you know. I work with Howard on the vocals, and he's very good with harmonies, and we find a working relationship that's both efficient and good. And I feel I can do my best when I'm with him. I'm very relaxed, and when I'm too relaxed, he tells me, you know, straight up. It's like, now you sound too weak. Work that microphone. No, but they're really good.
You also worked with Chris Lord Algie again, on the mixing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't understand how important mixing is.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, you can ruin a recording, or you can, you know, add a lot of things and lift it to another level. So yeah.
When you worked with him, like, what type of direction were you?
The only thing we said about this album, in comparison to Battles, that it was like, we want to bring the guitar a little bit more forward in the mix, and he was the right guy to do the job. Right. And I mean, with his resume, we knew it's gonna be good. So we didn't have that many recalls, so to speak. He nailed it very early on. There were some minor details, you know, bring the vocals up a little bit here, or a little bit down here, guitars up here, or bring the synths a little bit forward, whatever, like minor details. But sonically, and him and Howard know each other really well. They work on a lot of albums, so he knows what to expect when he gets the sound from Howard and from Mike. No, I'm super pleased with how the albums sound. You know, I am every time, I guess, with every album that we do. That's why I mean, I could say that, oh, this is the best album we ever made, blah 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 blah, but ultimately it's not up to me, it's up to the fans. Do they like it or they don't? I think it's fucking awesome. I think it represents In Flames perfectly now, how we sound these days, and the guys that worked on it done a tremendous job.
Do you take that fan reaction, do you take that with a grain of salt, or do you really look at it and go, okay, they didn't really like it because it wasn't enough guitars, it wasn't aggressive enough, maybe we need to do something different?
I can't do that, because there's, you know, thousands and thousands of people. If I should please everyone, it would be a really confusing album, you know. And I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, without the fans, we're nothing. You know, we couldn't leave Sweden if there were no fans around. I'm so fortunate I can travel the world and do what I do, but I have to be happy with what we do, and then it's up to other people to say this or that. So I can't really take that in consideration. Sure.
So you've been doing this with In Flames for close to 25 years now, right?
Yeah.
Normal people, normal jobs. 25 years they start going, when am I going to retire?
Yeah.
How do musicians, like, what do you guys think about? Like,
Well, you know, I think about it once in a while. Not to retire, but, you know, it's more like when I lose the feeling that this is the greatest thing in the whole world. If let's say I have a week being on stage and it feels just like a drag. That never happened. But if it would, you know, then maybe I'm in the wrong place.
Right.
When I still feel that I have something to say, when I still feel super imagine releasing an album and you go like, it doesn't feel right, but the record company told me I have to, you know, then that's wrong too.
Right.
You're always gonna feel this is it, you know, and have a good time and enjoy it. You have bad days once in a while, but we all do. You know?
Yeah. Do you guys get a lot of freedom from Nuclear Blast?
100%.
Yeah.
You know, they get the album when it's done.
Right.
Boom, there it is. You know, they have nothing to say, and they definitely give us that, and they trust us. You know, like and I trust them. I don't follow. I mean, if whatever they do after they got the album, I don't pay that much attention. It's,
right.
Then I let them do their job. You know?
Yeah. You've talked a little bit about how there's a loose concept going on with this record, specifically social media, and how, you know, we need to come back to real life. But you know, what's your own experience with that? Because you have no choice, in a way, but to be involved with social media.
Yeah, but I decided really early on I didn't want to be on Facebook, so I have never really participated in that.
Good move.
I decided I want the human interaction,
you
know, like the face-to-face interaction or stuff like that. I do have an Instagram account, which I'm following 3 things. It's my own stuff. That's it. I don't follow it, so I don't see a lot of other things, you know.
Right.
I would be too stressed to get all that information all the time. And I think we as people, we need to be more, step away from this showing how great how great our lives are, and it's the mask I'm talking about. Why it's like, how can I say it? Social media could be really good for people as well. It's not all bad, whatever, you know. You have social anxiety and you don't like to be around people, and that's maybe the only chance you have to vent, you know. But we show a side that's not real for the most part as well.
Yeah.
And that could be very stressful. But it's not only social media. It's a lot of way more things that I'm talking about in this album. It's the mask that we carry, and how we need to deal with our demons and deal with the darkness and sadness, instead of holding a mask in between reality and you know, the dark side. Because if you don't, you'll miss opportunities. You don't see the future as it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know? But it is a pretty dark world we're living in, and we're heading the wrong direction. There's a lot of people, but I've seen it lately, especially in Sweden. There's so many, it's like trying to be politically correct, and people are pointing fingers left and right. And it's very easy to raise your voice on the net, you know. It's very easy to be someone that you're not, and some people just have an opinion just for the sake of having an opinion, and that destroys the actual argument and the discussions that we can have. We have in the political landscape is way harsher, you know what I mean? We have a right-wing movement all over Europe, and with that comes the really left-wing movement, you know, and so I just like, it's, I'm getting a little bit scared about how things look, you know?
When you look at, you know, the politics of the world, and you come to a place like America, and you see, you know, certainly we're as divided as anybody right now. Do you think we're worse off than a lot of those countries that you go to, or do you think we're better off, or just the same?
I can't really say, because I just come here to visit, you know?
Lucky you.
And I see a couple of bars, and I see a place, and I see happy fans. So it's,
sure.
But I mean, it's like everywhere. It's it's not all great. It's not all good. It's not all evil. It's what can I say? You know, I don't want to be involved. I can have an opinion, but it's not my place to be. We're not a political band in that sense. I deal with stuff in my lyrics, but it's more to have people to think, not that I want you to make your own opinion. I don't want to tell you like, this is the way you should think. And we're here to entertain. We're here to make you forget about the outside world for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Come here, this is a sanctuary. This is church of just like escape, you know?
No doubt.
And we all need that escape.
Yeah.
Just to breathe a little bit. But I mean, I love being here. It's very easy. People are cool, you know, and I love touring in America. So, and we have places in Europe that are like, it's the same. It's just like different language. You know?
Yeah. Coming back to the record, you know, you said that you took the lyrics more seriously this time on one of the videos that I watched. I think it was actually for Nuclear Blast.
Did I say that?
Yeah, and I was like,
I say a lot.
What the hell does he mean by that? He took it more seriously.
I have no idea what I meant by that. I think I do it always serious. I don't know what I said.
Okay, I get it.
I am.
You do interviews 1,000 times.
Yeah. No, I mean, I always take them serious. You know? I don't know. I can't even. I need to see that clip.
Yeah. I Am Above.
Yeah.
It's really an aggressive song, like an aggressive chorus.
Yeah.
I should say, but there's obviously a lot of melody to it. Was that one of the first things you guys kind of clicked on, or
no?
That come later?
No, I mean, we don't write singles, we write albums, and Voices was the first song that we did, and Stay With Me was the last song we did, and then we did all this stuff in between. But I felt early on that I Am Above was a great tune, but they all are, and I think I mean, when we were done, or actually not even when we're done, when we're somewhere in the middle, I get a sense of like the running order already, like, and then okay, now we need that type of song, and now we need that type of song, because I want there to be a certain dynamic within the music. Because in a perfect world, I want you to listen to it from side A to side B, with no interruption, you know, in a dark room, headphones, maybe a little whiskey, you know, like, and then hopefully you feel like, okay, now I get this album, you know. It's not just one song here and there. But it I Am Above represents In Flames really well, and I feel it's one of the songs that, because we started playing it live on this tour, it's one of the songs that I can feel people relate to, because it deals with, like, you know, things and people that you don't want in your life anymore, that just drags you down. It's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm over it, and I am above, you know. So, and I think we all have those people in our lives, or had. You know, you can try and try and try, but eventually it's just like, you know.
That's when you talk about the record and listening to it in the dark, front to back, and it's kind of an old school way of consumption.
Yeah, but we are
these
old
days.
Schools. You know,
well, I mean, that's
we come
what I love
from
you
that
guys.
era. I mean, that's what we do. You know. I mean, we started before internet. We started before streaming, and I think sometimes people that don't know you and things around it, that they say, oh, you think this, you think this way, that's what you want to do. But it's like we have same attitude. We've had the same attitude towards our albums always. Then they come out differently, of course, because there are years in between. We don't ride on the road, so they will sound a little bit different, and we're more experienced, and so on and so on. But yeah, I want people to listen to the whole thing, because that's the way we write the music. You know, you can't listen. You can, but I don't think it's fair to listen to one song from a band, not just us, and say this band sucks. Then you miss the whole point. You know?
Are you gonna have the vinyl available while on tour?
When
it comes out?
No, I don't. It was supposed to be, but I think something happened, which I just found out the other day. But it will be out there. The artwork that is done by Blake Armstrong is just phenomenal. It brings so much depth to this album.
Do you have input with that with Blake? Do you sit down and say, hey, like...
100%. He was there from pretty much from day one, and he heard some demos, and we start talking about the concepts. I mean, he's the vision. I mean, he's the I can't draw for shit, you know. But we talk about it a lot, and he gives me, even for this album, he gave me inspiration to write, you know. Oh, I was thinking about doing it maybe this way, but then he comes with something, and I'll be like, oh, let's take this direction instead. And he's awesome. He's great in understanding what I want, but he adds so much on top of it.
You say you can't draw for shit, but you are involved with a T-shirt company.
Yeah.
Clayman Limited. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's me and Mark Kowalczyk, a friend of mine from Canada, and he comes from I'm more from the skate side of things, and he's also awesome. And I give him some ideas, and he just go wild. And he designed. I met him on tour, and he was super cool. He just came as a fan, and we became friends. And then he did some stuff for In Flames. We even brought him out in Europe to. We did a small tour called In Our Room, and I had an idea like, why don't you come over and you paint a painting live when we play, and then we auction it out.
Yeah.
You know, to fans, and then we give all the money to charity.
Oh,
and he did that, and that was a lot of fun.
That's really cool.
So now he's a great friend, and Clayman Limited. Something you should wear.
I looked at it today. I'm like, oh, I got to get something here.
No, he's awesome. So we work very closely, me and him.
Cool. One last question. What's the? I do listen. I do watch your Instagram. I do check it out. Yeah. What's the pre-show beer for tonight? Have you picked it out?
I am always asking for some local stuff.
Oh, cool.
So I always get a 12-pack or something, or different 6-packs of some stuff, and then I don't have too many beers before show, but after it's a different story.
All right.
But we'll see.
I'm sure we can provide you with some of that here.
You guys have so much good stuff.
Yeah,
so it's I'm not worried at all. That's one of my least things to worry about.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Safe travels for probably the next 2 years.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can see you come back around again in those 2 years.
For sure.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.